Hello and welcome back to the next installment of our speed let's play on Haut Beyleron. Today is, well, you can see we're back on 2-day seasons, 2-day months. We're around the same sort of money, just under 200,000, and today's going to have a very specific theme, which is basically it's spring and it's fertilizing time. So let's get into it. So like I said, we're doing a lot of fertilising. You can see just in the field there that oats contract from the last episode. We've got that underway, and we're now getting what we should have got this in the this type of spreader in the first few episodes instead of the we should have got the trailed one basically, because this is what we need obviously for the lime. Speaking of that, we end up making quite a big purchase. Oh, just before, that was a random spot as well. It's that shadow, that out of place shadow that looks like. So there's 50 grand straight away. And we actually, although we get another one in the in this episode as well. However, that one I kind of knew about. I was just waiting to go to that area of the map. So 6,000 litres, well, over 6,000 litres of fertiliser, and it's just contract after contract for fertilising, and we make a ton of money from it as well, an absolute ton of money. There's nothing that pays out better than the fertiliser contracts. I know you spend the money on the fertiliser, but for time that you put in, if you're going to put a worker on it, for the amount of money that you pay your worker, compared to the money you spend on fertiliser and the return, it's just hands down that. And spraying, get as many of them as possible when they come up. Like I said, this March, perfect time of year for it. And those fields ahead of us, we end up moving over there later in the episode as well. But I think we're just starting to take for granted now just how good sort of the texturing in the soil looks like. It looks absolutely fantastic. And because I've been busy doing the videos for FS22, I haven't been back on to do my farming life yet. And what are we now, like 4 weeks into FS22, something like that. So I think I'm gonna notice a massive difference when I go back onto 19 to carry on with that series, which I am going to do. Like, there's no question about it. But yeah, I mean, you're saying I didn't say what time we started this particular contract, but for the amount we're going to get paid for it, it's no time at all, really. I imagine this will be the last sort of run we do. Last little stretch down here. Is it going to pay out just towards the end? Yeah, it does, yeah. So contract complete. Are we going to see... I have to be really quick here sometimes to see how much it pays out. It's because I've got a worker on it. Never even noticed. Didn't even notice. So I didn't see how much that was. It was a good few grand though, wasn't it? How much is paid. And you can't fall out with that, can you? For the time that it takes to do. You can tell when there's a worker on it, can't you? There's me going all over the place. And like I said, I'm doing the post-com on here, but these videos were done about 2 weeks ago, so I've just been back on editing more there, and I've got I think this is episode 10. I've got episode 14 done, and I think there's probably more to put together as well after that. I had a couple of days where I just knocked out loads of them, absolutely tons of them. I mean, this series, to be honest, it was never meant to go on for a long time. It was a speed series, not just because we time lapse the majority of it, but I want it sort of done and dusted quite quickly as well. So that's why I want that progression. I know at the minute we're not getting any more mods, so any more content on console until sort of the end of December. So there's obviously no maps coming to start a new one. So I think that was what, another $7,000 or something there. And now we're in one of the big fields there. We just set a worker away, but that's a massive contract. This is the Haut contract that we're just going to finish off. We've had a worker on, but this is the one where we'd started it the day before. And it's just for us to finish here. So there's our contract done there, and there's another $6,000. Now if this is a sunflower one. I think there's one that we possibly do in a later video that we put potatoes in, and there's no way we make money out of it, but that'll come in another video. But this sunflower one again, just routine contract. And here is this is the second cartridge. I knew that was there. I knew that there was a one around that area, but I was just waiting to go back to that area. So that takes up to over 300,000, and we do make quite a big purchase at the end or towards the end of this video as well, which is certainly going to help us get on. I mean, when we're on here, and I'm no different, I'm always sort of looking to spend money to make money. And on Elm Creek at the minute, I'm sort of at loggerheads in Elm Creek. We've sort of like 250 grand in debt, and it's a real sort of headache now of what do we do to progress, to get rid of that debt, and to carry on progressing as well. I'm obviously not having these issues on this one, and the cartridges go a long way for that as well, but also just the amount of contracts we're knocking out, where those contracts aren't available as readily on Elm Creek, and because of the issues the game's got as well with the harvesting glitch, it's just it's proven more difficult on Elm Creek. However, I am loving Elm Creek as a map. We've got nearly 16,500 litres of sunflowers, so we're just going to sell these. There was no point in keeping them. I'm not going to do anything with them. I can't remember how much we get for them, but sunflowers generally pays out quite well, doesn't it? Yeah, 37,600 for 16,000 litres. It's not bad, is it? So there was another fertilising contract done for 4,600 for that one. You can see I've used less than 2,000 litres of fertiliser up in the minute, and we've made loads. So this looks like either a potato or a beet field. I mean, we started this episode with, I think, 197. I'd like to say 197,000. As it stands, we're up to 364. Obviously, 100 grand of that is the cartridges, the 2 cartridges we found, but a good chunk is these contracts we just keep knocking out. What's that one? 6,000? Was it nearly 7,000? 6,900 was it? So I mean, this one will only be a couple of grand, but again, it only takes us a few passes to do. I said, didn't I, beginning of this episode, it was always all about fertilising. I mean, I could have obviously took a load out, but I didn't want money just to sort of appear and you not know where it's come from. Even if I just show bits of each field, which I think, especially with a couple of bigger ones, like now looking back at it, I probably could have sort of cut some of the larger fields down, but this will just about finish, yeah. So it's at another 3,100 for that. You can see the contract's gonna. This is what I buy. So I've bought field 37. We're down to 96,000. And this field, actually, we're doing the cultivating now, or the subsoiling. This field changes massively in the coming episodes. I mean, as it stands, we're just getting this subsoiling done. And it's coming towards the end of the day anyway, so... This was another point where I think better planning in the future. And they're nearly 4 grand for that one. And that's us done. You can still see the workers subsoiling in the background there, but we're just going to go around. We're going to have a look at these cartridges. We're going to finish the day on just over 100,000. So we've got a couple of new ones there. I'll be honest, given the time difference between when I got it and when I'm doing this now, I can't remember which ones are new. But that's us done. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again in the next one.